successful offense is just what they want here. Looking for room, it's Harvey.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights! I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Some shit.
On first down, here comes this offense. Back to throw, it's Sanders. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
This guy is lightning fast. You see him come out of the break on the slant. QB got it to him early. What a weapon.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 Conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Right back to the well. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up. The give from the gun. Tackled after picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. The toss sweep to the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. They'll go to the toss. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Buffaloes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Quarterback keeper, and he'll be brought down. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Snap it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yes.
The Knights in the hurry up. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
won't be lonely. You won't be lonely.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. At the 45, on its way. Off he goes. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, UCF.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
The rain comes down and the nights get cold.
Lining up for the PAT.
You won't be lonely.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Be by
A
your
very
side every time you
efficient
feel
five-play
low.
scoring drive. And they knew how to close
won't
the
be
game,
lonely.
double nickels and the
You won't
55-yard
be
touchdown
lonely.
run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
You won't be lonely, yeah, yeah.
He'll bring it out. It's Hayden. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
Be lonely. Be lonely.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming, and you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, that linebacker timed that so well. I'm surprised the running back actually held onto the football after that big hit. They are so lucky. Wow.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The short hand, it's good. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run the counter. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry up. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. And the Buffaloes have this offense rolling. They'll try to run. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Colorado coming back to the Big 12, sort of like going back to a reunion of a lot of old friends. I think the difference is they have a prime opportunity to be a cornerstone program in this conference.
Yeah, they're getting so much momentum. They're getting so much love. Colorado being talked about, a destination spot. And here's the thing. Here's what I'm interested the most to see, guys. And I'm interested to hear your take on this, Jesse. It's easy to get momentum and to get the ship turned in a direction and to get people excited. It's hard to sustain it. I'm wondering if this is a program that's really on the rise.
Yeah, you're right, David. We're going to find out a lot about this team here in the first conference game back in the Big 12 for Colorado. They've recruited exceptionally well. No doubt they have the talent and the playmakers to go get it done. But can they do it week in and week out in this conference? I'm fired up for this team. I'm fired up for Ralphie, but they're all back in the Big 12.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on third and 7.
Motherfucking glory to God.
Dropping back, it's Sanders.
Hey, how's your birthday?
Oh, picked off.
Oh, shit.
Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Knights.
No. Unfortunately, no. Yeah. Okay.
PAT unit on the field.
I'm talking about I don't be cold. If I don't be cold, I'm cold.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace.
You got to jump for us to get up to go.
And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game.
Know what it is?
By 3 to Oklahoma. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Shut up. That's fine. Straight to the point.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quarterback floating away from pressure. That's it, 5. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you can tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
And the Netflix, you trying to chill with. I say, whoa, everybody go. Slim, thick, pretty bitch, Ruby Rose. She gon' go toes. Told her, head, shoulder, knees, touch her toes. Yeah, head, shoulder, knees, touch her toes. She don't fuck me, she
on fourth down, going to the air. Shoots it to the left. The completion well past the sticks. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Using his legs, it's Hood. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Here's the handoff.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. After run, now throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. Looking left. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon. There's no mystery where the quarterback is going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision-making.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. He's got it on the right. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The inside handoff. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Back to pass, it's Sanders. Fires on the move. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. The Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on down.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
Touchdown, UCF! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
A first down for the offense. Looking to pass. It's Sanders. Got his man to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. He's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Trying to find his man on first down. He's right on target. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed. He can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Looking to go up top on first down. Unloads it left. It's complete. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. He's going to pass. Completes it in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Calls his own number. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Looks as if he's going to run it. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. And the D deny them on second and goal.
job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over Alabama. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Sanders. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now early in the third quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
Fires left. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Sometimes I say team, and I'm jumping you gotta be honest. And even then I can't trace. You say that's your friend. Talking about that's your bet. You on the team, so me in my chest. He can't fuck with me.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Direct snap. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. A designed run for the quarterback. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Quick strike complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. That leaves him with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're after.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. You're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the 4th quarter.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Sanders. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buffs. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little...
He's off to the races. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Knights. And once he got loose, it was all over. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 35, set to kick it off.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Sanders. Lofts one high and deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Colorado.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He'll try to tack on one more. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, bitches know. You bitches go, bitch, you a beast. You a beast. I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to see. You ain't a beast.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll go right back to it. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Defense playing a bail technique. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get in the midst of those big boys.
Grab behind the line. It's Harvey. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And a chance, perhaps, to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. Looking to throw, it's Jefferson. It's complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Touchdown, UCF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. SMU has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up by 17 over Alabama. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course...
Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Buffalo!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and give me the rock back.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Colorado has the ball back in the Buffalo Buffalo's hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They go right back to it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll go with a direct snap. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. They've been running it, but now the pass. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Jefferson trying to get to it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Trying play action. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. The Knights will send out the punt unit. Bring it out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Catch inside the 25. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Shit, fuck. Please. Yeah. It's cold. What the fuck you mean? You be loud, ain't it? It ain't cold. Yes, it is. Shit colder than a motherfucker. You heard?